Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode with your friendly public health specialist JJ. Today I'm going to be talking about gut health and specifically constipation and relief thereof, the causes thereof, some good habits to have around your bowel movements and your bowel health, and then little tips and tricks to help you get through it if you have constipation. So please stick around till the end. You'll get some bonus tips and tricks to help you out. So I'm going to talk about foods to eat, foods to avoid, some good habits to have, and some good bowel motility tips and what things can really benefit and help you. So let's get straight into it. So what should you eat? And I'll go into a little bit about what you should not eat with what you should eat as well. So starting off with the most important one, water. So water, you should have more than 2 liters of water a day. Always have a bottle of water handy. Keep something to drink with you. You can have non-caffeinated tea or decaffeinated tea, herbal teas. You can also have fruit juices in moderation. Preferably not so much because it's very concentrated. You see, I always have my bottle of fluid of something, tea or water, with me, so to stay hydrated, especially when it is hot, when it is not humid, when you are exercising, when you are outdoors, when there's a high UV, you need more fluid. And I'll go into a little bit about when you eat certain things that you need a little bit of extra fluid as well. So fluid is really important. So the general guideline is about 2 liters, but it depends on some of the other things that you do. If you eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, fresh fruit and vegetables, you might need less, but you can gauge your intake by how often you go to the toilet and the color of your urine. If your urine is very yellow in color, then you need more water. If it is very light, or if the water is just going straight through and it comes out clear, then you are good. Then you are drinking enough water. But if your urine is yellow, you need a higher intake. If it is foul smelling, then you also need more water and more intake. And then you should also look at something to cleanse your bowel as well. You might be a little constipated. So water is good for your kidneys, but it's also really, really important for your colon and for your constipated people. Without fluid, your body cannot get the bowel movement out. It can't get the fecal matter out, and it will become hard. It will become painful to pass, and you can then develop all manner of different diseases. You can develop piles where the sphincter kind of protrudes outward. You can get pockets that where the muscle becomes weak and then it pops out, making a type of a hernia. You can get diverticulosis, where your colon forms little pockets and the fecal matter goes into these pockets, and then over time it can become weaker, and if those rupture or burst, then you have severe problems. So you really want a healthy colon, a healthy gut, and water is one of the key ingredients. Your colon is where most of your water is absorbed, reabsorbed, and where water is used. So it's really, really crucial to have enough water. So when you are eating dehydrating food, you need extra. So for example, if you drink a cup of coffee, you need 2 cups of water. If you're drinking caffeinated tea, you need 2 cups of water. When you're eating high carbohydrate food like pasta, for example, or bread, each for 2 parts of carbohydrate, 1 part of carbohydrate, you need 2 parts of water to digest and absorb that carbohydrate and process it. So keep that in mind. If you're having a high carbohydrate meal, you need water before and after. 30 minutes before, 30 minutes to an hour afterwards, you need water. So to help digest, to help replenish, to help put back what you have used. Everything in your body uses water. Your blood, your stomach acid, your enzymes, your saliva, everything uses water. So you need water. So when you are eating, You need saliva. Saliva comes from water. You are digesting your food, which needs acid. Acid comes from your water. Your enzymes come from water. So a lot of your digestive process is happening using water. So if you are eating things that is using a lot of water, you need to put that back. So carbohydrates is not the worst culprit for using water. It's 2 to 1 is not a bad ratio. You just need to be mindful that if you're eating a lot of it, you'll need either a lot of fruit and veg to go with it, a salad, big salad, or you'll need some fluid, some form of a fluid to go with that that carbohydrate meal or carbohydrate dense meal. Then you want to be careful of dairy as well. Dairy uses a lot of stomach acid. It's quite water intense, even though it might be a liquid. But something like cheese is very dehydrated and it uses a lot of your bodily fluids. So you'll need a lot of water to add to it. So foods that have no fiber need a lot of fluid and need extra fiber to then move them and get it out. So it's the same with meat. You need to have much more fiber and much more water if you are eating meat, because it has no water, well, basically no water content because you're cooking it out, and it has no fiber at all. So you need to add that in if you are eating an animal-based diet or following an animal-based lifestyle where you are eating animals and dairy. You are going to need extra water and extra fiber. Then also stimulants like processed sugar, refined sugar, coffee, caffeine, those, and medications. Some medications are stimulating, so you need extra water, extra fluid to go with that. So water is really crucial. I've talked a lot about water, but water is crucial. You need lots and lots of water, and there are things that use your water, so you need to add extra. Then you can also have laxatives. Include laxative foods into your diet. It's quite easy. You can have dried fruits, is a wonderful one with water. Prunes or prune juice, pears, all kinds of pears are laxative. Apples are also. Papaya is wonderful. It's a fantastic laxative as well. Kiwi, eating kiwi, tamarind as well. Tamarind is like it's a wonderful laxative. You can have a little bit of the tamarind and it will really, really clear you out. Cherries as well, figs, apricots, so high fiber foods. Peaches, plums, as I said, your dried fruit, your seaweed, sea vegetables. Oh man, sea vegetables are fantastic for constipation. Seaweed, sea moss, aloe. So those are all fantastic for your gut. They are prebiotics as well. And your sea moss is very hydrating, as well as the aloe. It's very hydrating to your colon, and it helps to move everything along and get it out. So seaweed as well. When you are eating fruit, if you are constipated and you want to eat something to get it out, to cleanse your bowel, monomeal fruit or the smoothie thereof. And then after that, you'll really have a clear out. So be aware of this and make time for it. Monomeal fruits, or have your laxative drink, or you could prune juice, but then allocate yourself some toilet time because you are going to need that. So high volumes of your fruit to get that effect, the laxative effect. So as I said, monomeal or smoothie. Then you get some other spices that might also help. So your turmerics, your ginger, your cinnamons, they are binders. They contain lots of fiber and they help to cleanse, to clear out as well. And then they will also be able to heal any inflammation or any damage that there might be. It will help soothe that and help with the healing if there's any problem or any infarction or a hurt area where there's inflammation. So any kind of a cut or a bruise or a spot that has some damage, these will be able to heal. Then exercise is also essential. Exercise increases your gut motility because the muscles are pumping, the muscles are moving, you're getting your fluids traveling everywhere, and it's pushing. Your muscles are pushing on your bowel, so it helps to get that out. So also be aware of this, because a lot of people, when they go do aerobic exercise, they go for a jog, or they do exercise, they go play football or swim or whatever they do, bike ride, a little while in, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you'll need the toilet. So look at that as well, and make sure that you have somewhere to go, because holding it in can also cause some trouble along the way. You need to get it out when that urge is there. Otherwise, you are compacting and you keeping it. Your body will absorb some of the moisture. It will get harder. The stools will compact, and it will get harder to get it out. So be aware of that as well. A schedule is good to have. A toilet schedule is good, so your body has a regular schedule. It's less stressful, it's easier, you know where you are going, you know your routine, you know where you can go, and it just decreases the whole psychological aspect of bowel movements. So know where you can go to the toilet, know where a clean toilet is, know where you are comfortable going. If you are comfortable going at home or at work or in any public place, then good for you. If you are comfortable and it's just a few places, know where you can go, when you can go, and where you are comfortable, so that decreases the stress aspect around it. So exercise that's all fantastic will be swimming, bike riding, rebounding, just bouncing on a trampoline. Rebounding is really great for your bowel, and to get your stool, your fecal matter out, because it's pressing, it's hopping, so it's helping to move that out. And your swimming motion is moving your whole body and using your abdominal area, so it's pushing the stools out. So cardio exercise is essential for your bowel movement, healthy bowel movements. So I've talked about what to eat, a little bit of what not to eat, your laxatives, good things to have in your diet. Exercise is fantastic, water is fantastic, as I said. Have a schedule. And when you are sitting on the toilet, try to elevate your feet to get into a more squat position, so that your bowels will open. If your legs and your body are in a 90 degree angle to each other, that closes or pinches off your sphincter, your anal sphincter, so making it harder to pass stools. So when you elevate your legs a little bit, it opens up that anal sphincter, and you can pass your stools much more easily and without strain. So try not to strain as well, because that can damage your rectal area and your anal area and the sphincters and the muscles around that area. So it should be smooth, easy. Your fecal matter or your stool should be an ice cream consistency, so not pebbles, not hard, not really soft or liquid, so just a soft serve, kind of an ice cream feel. So soft serve ice cream, just easily coming out. So your stool should be that kind of a consistency. Things to avoid that can cause constipation: lots of fruit juices, lots of concentrated sugars, because the fruit juice is concentrated, it's been refined, it's been processed, it's been purified and made into a juice. So that can cause constipation if you're drinking too much of it every day. Then foods with no fiber. So dairy has no fiber, animal products have no fiber, so be aware of that. Have lots of fruits and vegetables. High sugar, high salt foods dehydrate your body and can cause your fluid to move extracellularly. So you don't have the water in your cell, you have the water around the cell, and that causes swelling, causes thirst. So you want to drink more, but your body is not using it, so the water will accumulate outside of the cell, and you cannot use the water outside of the cell. So you will have lots of swelling, lots of water retention, but that cannot help you. Your body can't use it because it's not intracellular, it's not in your cell. Water needs to be in your cell for your body to use it. If it is moving outside of the cell, when you are eating a lot of refined sugar, a lot of salt, then your body cannot use it, and your body will want water, but it's just accumulating outside of the cell, and that is not useful for your body. And then, as I said, high carb, high refined carbohydrate foods can also cause constipation. So look out for signs of dehydration. dehydration can really cause constipation. Constipation you can also see by bloating, by your bowel being extended hard, your abdominal area is rigid and hard, it's painful, you feel blocked up, you feel heavy, you have brain fog, you forget things, you struggle to focus, you don't have the athletic ability you usually have, you're a bit slower mentally and bodily. That can all be signs of constipation. So, and then signs of dehydration, you can do a pinch test. You pinch your skin, you let it go. If it goes down evenly and smoothly, you are good. Like for example, mine is not going down so smoothly and easily, so I'm a little bit dehydrated. That's why I have my bottle of water, and that's why I am trying to drink lots of fluids. I did not have as much when I woke up this morning as I usually have. Usually I have around 500 to 600 milliliters of water between my wake up time and going to work time. But this morning I did not. I think I had only half a cup of water. So now I have to catch up. So I have my bottle. I've gone through about 300 mils so far. So I need to really up my fluid intake, because then maybe later on in the day I might be dehydrated and I could have a headache. So a headache is also a sign of something in your body. So either constipation, lack of fluids, you are hungry, you are tired. So there are many signs. So I've mentioned some of them for constipation. So a rigid abdomen, mental fog, your athletic ability is not as it used to be. You feel blocked up and full. You don't have that much of an appetite maybe. And you have a painful sensation, or a blocked up full sensation. Okay, so I hope that has helped and that it will relieve your constipation. If you have any other foods that you usually use as your home remedy, pop them down below, please. Tell me. I always like to find out some new ones that I don't know about, or things that are in some fruit or some natural plants that is fun to explore, or a new thing to discover. So please comment what you use for constipation, if some of these tips have helped you, or if you use these tips that I've talked about. And as always, stay healthy, and to God be the glory. See you next time.